We're going to be doing the angel deck here, okay? So this is the first two I pulled. Does this look like a match to you? Because currently, this is, and then this one came. Maybe someone's in a wheelchair and they're about to start walking. Maybe they had an accident and they couldn't do anything. Maybe their legs had problems. Either way, this is taking. So I think that this woman here, who is not a creator, who literally takes from other people to look like they're a creator, a nurturer, does like the cable guy thing, like when in front of other people, they're kind and happy and generous, but then behind the scenes, they are evil as AF. Okay? And then this emperor in the upright, who has been in the upright, I suppose, but maybe he didn't know about this empress in reverse stealing. Maybe this stole from the emperor. This emperor, this person of justice helped them to stop communication between the two, to halt the path. And now everyone's awakening to this, thank God. That this woman, this man, whoever, energy we're talking about, was a show-off, searching and seeking clout, stealing, gambling, who was completely unbalanced. Not stuck in their head, but possibly, I don't know, you make sense of it. You walk through that gate, okay, so this is in reverse. That gate's shut. And you're still blindfolded. I wish the best for all of you, honestly, okay? Yeah. To cause this to happen to somebody else. Maybe an old soul in the springtime. Maybe it happened in the springtime. Something happened. Okay? Release, y'all. Release. I release it. Yeah, this 10 of Wands from the past. What is that? 10? And then what? Oh, they work together. Not no more. Okay. Yeah. The ending and leads to new beginnings. The need to release the situation, people, places, things that have been holding you back. Okay. Or a spiritual transformation. Bam! Who is that? I think it's Archangel Michael, right? It has to do with Scorpio. It's Scorpio. Nice. So someone is possibly a Scorpio. Yeah. They didn't do the work, y'all. Straight up. But they looked like this for quite a while, I can assure you. And now it's time for them to match what they worked for. And maybe they're possibly like this, smacking their head because everything is falling. Because it's about time, y'all. Yeah. Something coming in fast. The truth, possibly. In the springtime, in the summer. It looks like summer. On a windy day. Cardinals might be a message for you. Be decisive now, but focused on your dreams and driven. Choose intellectual responses to the challenges rather than emotional. So it says use your head rather than your heart here because people might have been manipulating you through emotion. Do not fall for it. Yep, that's the truth. Don't act on emotion. Straight up. Bam. A sudden unexpected change and review your options carefully. You see that horse? It's in the air, dude. It's flying. It's out of here, yo. Make the proper actions, yo. Things, maybe this is a child. Fire sign child. Redhead, maybe. Ginger. Some in the summertime. It says be bold, be courageous, and optimistic, and take action, and get rid of procrastination. If there's something you need to do, maybe go back to something, maybe you walked away from, I don't know, and that's the truth. There's a broken heart in the past. What about this? What is this? What is this? Is this a Leo in reverse, or does this mean you're not strong enough, or you weren't strong enough? What is this? It feels like you're not strong enough? Well, that's just silly. It's a personal power and assertiveness. People respect that. Portrayed with kindness, of course. That's power. Power is true kindness, of course. Compassion brings about forgiveness. Realizing that you are stronger than you ever knew. See? You are strong enough. You can do it. Look at that line. That line's just like, yeah. I love it. Oh, my cards are all messed up here. Okay. Angels of the highest white light, please tell us what my collective needs to know. Something about a Queen of Wands, who is not a wise counsel. So they're there. I mean, in the past, they've been coming up like this. Now, I don't know. It's up to you. You can make it fit, but it's either a fire sign or it's someone who does magic, like a witch. No beef with witches, y'all. To each his own. But either way, whoever they were listening to was not giving them wise counsel. And now they're probably reaping the repercussions. So, how you doing? I'm wise counsel. I can help you out. Yeah. Someone who helped you to be unbalanced and that's about it? Well, that's not cool. Yeah, and this Emperor. What about this Emperor? This Emperor is not a wise counsel. So you had a witchy bitch and then you had an Emperor that was not wise counsel. Wow. And these friends. You celebrated? Celebrated what? They thought they were investing in something and in fact they were throwing away their money. Maybe burying it. Maybe they buried something. This King of Pentacles. With the Queen of Cups in reverse. Interesting. Who got a divorce or worked together in the past to steal. I can't make this shit up, yeah. To block something and cause the Five of Cups, contemplation, to a star. A star in reverse. Because of ego. But they didn't know who you were. Yeah. They lied on you. Yeah. They tried to blindfold you and keep you in your head. What? They didn't realize that you have already awakened. You've already seen things from a new perspective, didn't ya? Yeah, because you already lived through this. They said you need to be humbled, you need to be taught a lesson. Little did they know that it's not their job to judge anybody, right? It's up to God. But seriously, you already went through this. I mean, to have a constant cycle of this and loss and loneliness, it's not logical. Let me say, yeah. See all those candles? I'm looking at this in a different way. It's the Nine of Swords, but look. This means up at night normally. But seriously, see all those candles? Those candles are all your spirit guides and angels. They're there with you. See? He might be in his bedroom. He might think he's alone, but he's not. He has all these bright lights all around him, guiding him, helping him. Yeah. Refocus your thoughts and realize that you're not alone. Justice. Bam! There it is. Stand up for what you believe, especially if you know it's right. Try to see all sides of the situation, especially with justice. You cannot be biased when you're a justice figure just because you like somebody or you know somebody. They're on your team. Come on. You can't do that. If your job is to be just, then be just. That's what you're getting paid for. That's what your job is. I commend and respect very much people who do their jobs to the best of their ability and not jeopardize anyone else due to their own personal likes or dislikes. You will win if your position is of integrity. Well, yeah, Emperor. Emperor's here in the bottom. Emperor, we're talking to you. Sir or ma'am. That's Archangel Michael, right? Look at him, y'all. Damn, he looks good, huh? It's an Aries. He holds the hand. He's the sword of truth. And he has the world in his hands. Look at that throne, y'all. Logic and organization will increase your success. Yes. Take charge of the situation. I mean, that's what Emperor does, right? Accept the leadership role and structure and discipline. Again, what's your job? Get out of your head, y'all. Because love should guide you, honestly. Along with integrity, definitely. Oh, Lord. Page of Wands. Could be a child, or it's a action not taken. What about this action? This Queen rising. Justice. Okay. I think the action was taken to move on, to get out of stormy waters, to be saved, to be rescued, plucked out of danger. With love. You see the swan? And then behind them is that storm cloud. But look, it's behind them. Storm is over. Thank God, y'all. Defensive. You're on the defensive. You got that big shield up. It's reflecting all the arrows anyway. Because, I mean, you know what really happened. You're not going to be manipulated again, are you? No. Protect what you've created. Well, I wish I could have if I would have known. Oh, shit. Now I am prepared, trust me, once I get the chance to get back on. I never give up. No, neither should you. Ask your angels for help, environmental activism, and animal rights. Sweet. Okay, I have something to say on a personal note here. Wise counsel. Things happen for a reason. Everything happens for a reason, and there's no such thing as coincidence. If you have a divine mission, or you feel as though that you're chosen, or you are an earth angel, or starseed, or whatever you want to call yourself, and you feel as though that you have a purpose here, right? Say you do. And say your purpose was actually to do something that normally you wouldn't do, for the sake of somebody else, to help that person, to learn, to grow, to evolve, okay? We're all karmics in one person's life, and then we're divine in others. You're not just a karmic, you're not just a divine. I mean, people learn. And I hate that term, honestly, because karmic, it demoralizes the people that actually are going through it and that are learning, right? We were all karmics at one point. We were all naive. We were all products and helpers to other people's lives in one way or another. Okay? Wise counsel. And in my case, I just gotta say, they took too much, they did too much. Awakening. Now, in order to awaken, I was put asleep. I've been kept asleep for a very long time without my knowledge before I was awakened to this world. I didn't know anything about it until 2023. My spirit was still guiding me towards, intuition was still guiding me towards this area. I didn't really have a plan. But God, the divine, had a plan for me. And forced others around me to cause an awakening. To walk through that gate. For an equal give and take. Their main purpose was to do it once. Have the karmic lesson, both them and me, or whoever involved. Have the karmic lesson, learn from it, and come back. Right? And then everything would have been kosher. Like everyone would have been friends, everyone would have been fine, and it would have been equal give and take. Yeah. But instead, after one time is enough, but it's 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. How many times do you feel as though you have to do it? When God says do something, it doesn't mean keep doing it. You know? Like, you were supposed to just do one thing and go back to what you invested in. Like, don't give up on your investment. And this is not money, by the way. This is investment in time, effort, love, energy in general. How much time she spends on her garden. You see? But King of Pentacles, yeah, didn't see that as value. He was supposed to leave. But he left this behind, broke that up, decided to do the most, even stop this Stop this person. The red ribbon of faith there. Stop this person. Who was a lover. Who was actually psychic. They were supposed to reunite. And this queen was to help him to get out of this. Because in actuality, they were a star. But he was too stuck in his ego. And did not know. In fact, he was lied to many times. And kept from transforming. But here's this fake love here. This was supposed to happen. See how young it is? A new love. This was supposed to happen with the awakening. But this is what the fear was. Yes, the fear. This is what the fear was. But this is what it was going to be. If you just listen to Spirit, wise counsel, Emperor, friends, you thought you were going down the right path for this wish fulfillment. This message or this action not taken. To not know the truth or not spread the truth, but the past, possibly children. To focus on a future and a new way of doing things. Page of Cups, message of love, Knight of Pentacles. How slow you're going. You're working too hard in trying to plan things. You see how nothing is growing? And your horse is just standing there. He's like, I'm hungry. Where's the green? The Knight of Pentacles does get there eventually. But there's a limit, You cannot plan every second of your life. That's the message I think the most, You see how you work on things? It does take time. But even an artist, when you have a plan, sometimes it doesn't end up the way you plan it to. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to change things and turn things and twist things the way that you need them when you're actually creating something. And I'm saying in a good way. And you would not release. You would not release a broken heart. It's over, Time to do the work. Be strong. And release. You don't need to overkill something. And because you overkilled something, see the time you spent and wasted? It says 3 years. 1, 2, 3. 3 years. You wasted. Overkill. You should have checked for yourself instead of listening to someone else's lies. Don't give your power away to someone else. Renew. Magic in reverse. Ten of Swords in reverse. Again, go back to this. Now you're left waiting. What are you doing at that window? Looking, watching, staring at the stars. What are you waiting for, dude? Get on that path. Yeah, look at him. Look at him. He looks really happy, huh? Tell the truth. Respect, stoic, receiving wise advice. Hello, Queen of Wands. Well, that's what happened to me anyway. Like seriously. Overkill, overkill, overkill is what it was. Like I would have learned it just with one. You didn't need to do it 3, 4, 6 times just to hurt me. Then it turns into just karma. You're building up karma. You get grace because that's what God wanted you to do the first time. So that's orb, right? God wanted you to do that the first time. To change, to evolve, someone else to help. Using you. God works through people using you to help someone else. But when you decided to have hatred, spite, jealousy, whatever it was, rule you, and be influenced by other people without checking the facts, that was the biggest issue, y'all. But again, that was also a glamour spell and a really dark, witchy bitch that had the worst intentions to just try to destroy. It's all chaos, agent all the way, causing someone to walk away and just basically run through the desert. Trust that I know what happened. I did not deserve all of that. And because I do have a purpose here, and you did go overboard to make me like this. Now you might be facing wrath of God because you didn't listen. It said, okay, enough, enough, enough. You didn't care. You let your demons take over by then. But please, just try to listen to your intuition for real. Like, final message, Spirit. Overkill is overkill, yo. Something about oranges, maybe Florida. I don't know. God has been trying. This is what I'm talking about. God, this is the angel, been trying to give you that fourth cup sitting there like, hey, tapping on your shoulder. Hey, 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 wake up. But you're busy staring at these. Your spirit, it could be person, place, or thing. You're busy focusing on these down here, which all have cracks or they're not right for you. Maybe you're allergic to them. And then the angels are trying to give you exactly what you want. But you're too busy focused on something else. And look at you. You're all in your emotions. Look how sad you are. You're just sitting there. And you're on the defensive. Why? Why are you fighting God? These oranges are all going to rot down here. You don't pick them up and eat them. Something about Florida. Florida oranges. I don't know. Something about Florida. Yeah, friends. Maybe an old friend. A guy and two girls there. Maybe a blonde, a brunette, and a dude. Something about that moon, too. What do we got here? Apples. A lot of fruit. You're very fruitful. Very fertile. But you notice, this dude's looking at this girl right here, not this one. That goes to show that 3 is too much. King of Wands in reverse. This dude, he wants a harem. His value is based upon his wand. This dude here. He thinks he's a king. He presents himself as one. Probably an emperor. But I'm sorry, my friend. I'm not trying to insult you, but you are in reverse. Let's see why. Theatrical? Are you a leader? No. You don't want to be in the spotlight. You have not kept your eyes on the bigger picture. You have very small thinking, probably 3D thinking. You may have problems with communication. And you're very sensitive to criticism. Maybe overly. Like if someone jokes with you, you probably can't take it, right? Something like that. Either way, this is a person that does not act when they should. And this is... Dude, what? This is what we're talking about. Wow. I was just telling you a story and 3 people popped out. Wow. Wow. To maintain the balance. Wow, yo. What happened here? Cause everyone to be on the defensive. Yo, I was going to end it, but yo. In the past, somebody was like this. Probably this dude. You know, like in the mirror, like, yeah, I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man. Yeah, right? But it's conflict with other caused by opinions. Maybe this person was listening to other people's opinions before their own. Maybe this person gave their power away to this person who's materialistic. They were like this for a while. I've been keeping track. Recently they felt like this. But I don't know whether it's really like this or whether they're pretending to be, projecting. Either way. Walk away from drama. This person is extremely drama-filled. A gossiper. Unless the situation is worth of your time, don't waste your time. This person was just a perpetual time waster. And for a while there, bam, convincing this person that they're this, when in actuality, they weren't. Stand up for yourself. Very ambiguous people. So this person didn't stand up for himself either. No. Okay. Materialistic. Maybe possibly a gold digger. And you know what? They probably like X because of that rabbit there. Yeah. I see a rabbit. A rabbit means like fertility in some cultures, but honestly it's fertility, and it's also mean passion red with the sex. Yeah. This could be somebody who's very promiscuous. Maybe they're not doing it now. I don't know. Maybe they're getting more grounded. Good for you. I'm proud of you. Be practical now about how you proceed. The love and beauty in this stable approach. Be stable. Yeah, that's why they're in the upright. But you know what? The best way to do is just tell the truth. I think the Queen of Swords looks more fertile than the Queen of Pentacles, don't you? I mean, shit, look at her. She's not focused on herself. That's self. She's focused on the world. Maybe others. She's got the butterflies. Her truth causes transformation. Yeah. Look how everything's growing. And yellow is bringing things to light. Brilliant, experienced, humorous. Can be judgmental for some, I guess. Releasing situations or people that no longer serve you. She's helping. So maybe she helped this one to release this one. I don't know. Because he was like this. I mean, who wants that anyway? That's a very unhealed person. Seeing the humor and the purpose in all difficult situations. Ask yourself, why is this happening? Well, if you can see it, this is possibly focusing on what's important, the truth, I'd say. Right. Keep your sword up. Speak your truth. And bring balance into the situation. Yes. That handsome man. Blending ideas of others with your own to create something extraordinary. So maybe these three were supposed to work together. Or maybe they did work together and they thought that they had a brilliant plan. But look, the Queen of Swords is looking that way and these two are just looking straight ahead. What does that mean? They're definitely not looking at each other. They might be focused on money. This is action, money, and truth. The truth is that way. So what? Balance? Yeah. Greed. That's it. They're looking at the money. And they're all defensive. Greed. Being in your emotions and seeing things as black and white. Yeah. 3D level. Star in reverse. They're not healed, y'all. These people in reverse. Balance. To bring balance. It was in reverse too. So star in reverse and balance in reverse. Have faith. The future is bright. Yes, it is. Positive changes that bring an end to a challenging situation. The light and the end of the tunnel. All right, baby. Yeah, and it says drop your ego. If you didn't already, someone or whoever is going to have an ego death. I mean, it's inevitable. Because the blindfold has been taken off. And Archangel Michael has totally cut those chains of oppression. Yes! And that is the truth. Transformation. See the butterfly there? Butterfly. Maybe you're King Arthur. As soon as you take that sword out, you could be king. Maybe you speak your truth. You drop the ego. Drop this stuff. And you can become king after that. Always speak the truth. Walk away from drama. Oh, shit. Tell the truth. Yes. And live through love. Awesome. Okay. That's what I got for you. Until next time, God bless.